is something that I'm used to. I'm a great pretender, smiling in your face, I knows I could be better.
Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Maya. I'm 25 years old. I just moved back home and I spend all my free time reading, and I don't have anybody to really over talk about my books with, so I just do it to this camera, even though really nobody watches these videos except for me. But it makes me feel good because I can get my ramblings out because I haven't been talking to a single soul because I've been depressed. But anyways, this video is going to be another episode of Savor the Stories. That's what I've decided to call this series for my monthly wrap-ups. It is currently October 30th, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish any more books within the next day and a half. If I do, I will. This is my time here to put the book and what I decided to rate it, but I'm 80% sure I will not finish a book before the 31st. Anywho, so as of right now, I read a total of 11 books this month, which is still pretty good. I'm definitely going to reach my reading goal. Now I'm a little tempted to push my reading goal a little bit because my reading goal was 75 books for this month. Or not for this month, for this year. I think I've read 72 so far. It's obviously definitely going to get done. Do I want to read 100 books by the end of the year? Yes. Is that realistic? Not necessarily. It could be, but not necessarily. But anyways, I read 11 books, 3,884 pages this month. And then 18% of my books were over 500 pages, 27% were less than 300 pages, and 55% were between 300 and 499 pages, which is like my sweet spot where I like to read my books. I really don't like reading books under 300 pages, and I read 3 this month, but majority of the 3 I did not look at the page count before I bought them, and that was my mistake. But I did read 100% fiction. I did read 10 romance. I read 7 erotica, 3 thrillers, 3 contemporary, 2 crime, 1 LGBTQIA+, 1 sports, and 1 mystery. And my average rating was a 4.16 star, which I had a lot of 30.75 stars this month, which is insane. But I do strongly believe in the whole 5 stars of feeling, and I just really wasn't feeling it this month. I mean, compared to last month, I read 18 books. I was just really in the groove, and I just had a lot of books that I really wanted to read, but that's besides the point. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off with my 3.5 star books for this month. So for my 3.5 star books, we'll start off with a book that I actually finished today. I literally read it in the span of me being in the bath, but it's Scream From Us by Molly Doyle, and she was fast, she was cute. Again, it's just personally me. I'm not a huge novella girl. I like a full story, and I think I probably would have loved this if it would have been a full story. But basically the premise is it's all happens within the span of a night. It's her 3 masked men, Ghost, Jason, and Michael. And she had a good time. She had a fun time. I just wish there was more. I'm just not a novella girl. So that's not the author's fault. That's my thing. That's why I rated it a 3.75 star. Towards the beginning of this month, I read Little Stranger, and I think my biggest thing as to why this one was rated, because I loved the first book. I truly did. I just feel like I didn't know that majority of this book was just going to be the same book just from his point of view. I could have done without that because I felt like I already knew how psycho he was. I still do love me some Malachi. I will not lie. I still love it. I would have not wanted to repeat the same story again in his POV. I also think it might have been different if I would have listened to this audio, because I know people love this audio, but I just did not. Then 2 books that I finished within the span of a day, but again, these are short ones, are Her Saint, His Sinner. 3.75 stars. I thought it was pretty, it was there. It was a book. I enjoyed it while I read it. Even though I read this a few days ago, I don't remember it all like that. Oh, well, yeah, he was stalking her, and she's, what's it called? She's the teacher, but she starts off, her first position is the teacher's assistant, and then she ends up becoming the teacher, and he, like, is very protective and possessive over her, but then it turns out that he's also an author, and he's her favorite author. So, solid read, not my favorite, probably won't remember it in a few months, but I guess if you're trying to get to your reading goal, I would recommend. Those are our 3.75 stars. So now we're going to go into our 4-star reads. So for our 4-star reads, I just read these two back to back within the span of like a day and a half. Grimstone and Monarch by Sophie Lark. I think that these are really cute. They both follow two brothers. I don't know if there's going to be more than just these two, but I think the premise of both were really, really fun, and I liked the little plot twist. I also love me a good, I don't think I would really count this as dark romance, which is probably like messed up in my head. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It just gave like spooky romance, not dark romance. Like, it gave very much what it needed to give for the holiday season, 110%. I enjoyed them because Halloween is literally tomorrow. I would recommend reading these. Like, I had like my I had my spooky music on, my headphones in, so definitely was feeling it in those moments, and I definitely would remember these books. So we went ahead and rated these 4 stars. We also have this beauty, Jessie Hall. I did do a video. I started a series on this channel called Author Taste Test, where I start reading an author's books and see if I like the author. She will be an auto by author for me. I loved this book. I wish we would have had more of his perspective in this book, and I talk more about it in the video that you guys will see after this, because I need to get this up on the 1st. But I love Jessie Hall. The 2 books that I read from her so far, I'm very excited about. I really want to read more books by her, but I'm trying to put myself on a book buying ban because I have so many books that I need to read. But yes, she was great. I thought that she was really fun, and if you want to know more about it, go check out that video when it comes out, because I did do an author taste test and a whole reading vlog on this book. Then I only have one 4.25 stars, which would be Green Light from Jessie Hall. Again, she was great. Did a reading wrap up on it. Not a reading wrap up, but a reading vlog on it. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. You guys can get all my feels and everything with that. But just know, anytime, what is in my throat? Anytime she comes out with a book, your girl will be buying it. And she's so, I just love me a good thick book. I truly do. We have one 4.5 star, which is Pucking Sweet. Last month I did read Pucking While, and we know that I didn't rate that one that great, but this book, I loved it. I loved both guys. I loved Poppy. I don't think I did no, because I listened to this one audibly, but I love this whole series. I'm very interested in the next book because that's supposed to be an MM romance, and I don't think that I've ever read a strictly MM romance, but obviously I have to finish off with the full series, so I'm excited for the 3rd book. But I just loved everything about the relationship. I loved the 3rd act breakup. I loved this book with my whole entire heart, and every single time I got in the car, I was so excited to put it on and listen to it, and I miss them so freaking much, and I hope that we see them in the future and their little baby. But now we're on to our 2 5-star reads of the month, which I did reading vlogs for both of them. The first one we're gonna go with is Freddie McFadden, The Boyfriend. I think I've come to learn that I truly just love her standalones. I have not picked back up the third book of The Housemaids yet. I just think with thrillers, just let it be a one and done or a two and done and let it be, you know, there. But I did do a reading vlog, so I won't talk too much about this one. But for me personally, 5 out of 5 stars. A lot of people don't really like Freddie McFadden because they can predict things, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to enjoy the book. I'm just here to go through the vibes. I'm not here to be an investigator. None of that. That's not my shtick, not my vibe, not what I go through. Then, second 5-star, y'all, Lights Out by Vanessa Allen. I'm truly so obsessed with this book. It's not even funny. It's so funny. It's dark. Like, if you guys can't freaking see all the tabs that oh god, you almost fell over. All the tabs that I have in this book, you have to, if you check out any of my reading vlogs, it's gonna be this one. I was just absolutely obsessed with it, and it's so funny and so witty. I loved both characters. Like, this right here is how you do a dark romance, a dark rom-com. Like, I just loved everything about this book, and I wish that I could read it from the beginning all over again. Like, I highlighted in this, I tabbed it, I underlined everything. This book was just so incredibly funny to me, and I can't wait for the second book to come out. I'm just sad because this is like a special edition for a book box that I'm a part of. It's the Probably Smut Book Club, and I'm just like, are you gonna come out with, you know, the second book that looks like this? I don't know, but chef's kiss, no notes, freaking loved it. Here are the 11 books that I read for the month of October. And you know, it was still pretty great, pretty solid month, if you ask me. And I'm excited to go and put these all on my bookshelf. I'm like, I probably should start just like putting them in a pile as I finish them, because then I take them all off my shelf, and then, anyways, we're not gonna ramble. Now it's time to talk about all the books that I want to read in the month of November. Looking at this pile, it seems very ambitious. I will not lie. However, my goal is to not purchase I want to put myself on a book buying ban as best as possible, but I feel like if I tell myself this, it'll make it more worth it, if that makes any sense. Because there's a trilogy by Lee Rivers that I really want to read. So if I read all of these books, then I can buy that book. There's also one other book that I only will make an exception with, because the book is out, so I would have purchased it if it would have came in the discreet cover, but the discreet cover is not out yet. So that is the only book that I will allow myself to purchase for the month of November, unless all of these books are read. So we'll see how it goes. There's like, how many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, but we're really gonna say 11 because there's one book that I started reading in October that I didn't get to finish reading, because I don't know if it's a DNF or not, but we'll get to it because I have it as the last book. But starting off my TBR, we have The Striker by Anna Wong. I'm already listening to this via audiobook, so I know for sure, because if you guys don't know, I'm a night manager. I commute 90 minutes to work every day, 90 minutes back home every day. So I always am listening to an audiobook. So for this month, I'm listening to The Striker. I'm currently like maybe a third of the way done with it. So we're listening to The Striker by Anna Wong. And then on Spotify, I'm also listening to Ward D. So as of right now, those are the 2 audiobooks that I'm reading so far this month. There's 2 books in here that I wanted to read in the month of October, but you guys will see it. I didn't get to it. because I was supposed to do a 24-hour reading vlog, but then my whole weekend got messed up because of the Rod Wave concert in Sacramento. We're not going to talk about it, but the 24-hour reading vlog didn't happen. So Sinner's Retreat is one that I just started this morning, so this is my first physical book that we're going to read. I have Only With You by E. Salvador, which is a highly anticipated book for me after I read the first book this summer while I was on vacation. And I'm going to do a reading vlog on this one because I'm super excited about it. If you love found family, this is definitely the series for you. It gives everything that you're looking for. So if you like the Playing for Keeps series, if you like the Windy City series, you would love this series. I absolutely loved the first book with my whole entire heart, and I just feel like I'm gonna feel that way about the rest of the series. So we'll be doing a separate reading vlog of this just by itself. That's why I haven't started this one yet, because I want to do it on my off days and just fully devote my off days to reading this book, because she is a little thick. She's a little thicky, but I know she's gonna put me through the ringer, and I'm so excited for it. But then I also have Empire of Desire. I am going to be recording this one as well, because I am recording myself reading through the whole Rena Kent universe, but I'm going to compile all of the empires together. So this is the only one that I have currently. There's also 2 other books that come before the rest of the empires. So Empire of Desire by Rena Kent, because I do want to get back into the Rena universe, because I did not read her at all last month. And I've slowly been collecting all of the Legacy of Gods, because they're coming out with the new prints and I don't want the new prints. And it was mainly because the first book, they were changing the contents on the inside, and I was not about that. Then I also have For Better or For Worse, which obviously would have been fun to read in October. Didn't get to it. Wasn't really into reading all that much last month, but I'm excited because, you know, it's still like spooky. You know, Christmas is not until after Thanksgiving. Even though I really want to start decorating for Christmas now, I will respect Thanksgiving, because what are we grateful? So For Better For Worse, but it's also, I'm pretty sure they're on a vacation. I have no clue what this book is about, but I was just like, oh, spooky time, let's read it. I don't know. Then we also have Throne of Power and Throne of Vengeance by Rena Kent. This is the next duology in her book. Obviously there's going to be a reading vlog, because as I stated before, we are reading through her universe together up until Legacy of Gods, which it's crazy because I can't believe we actually got to start from the beginning. Then I have a palette cleanser. This is one of those random books that I saw on TikTok, and I saw just like a quote, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. And it's the first book in a series. The rest of the series is not out yet, but it's called Coach Sully. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I need to have a whole shelf dedicated to just hockey romance. I mean, I do have a shelf dedicated to sports, but the hockey is just like getting out of control. So we have her as a nice little palette cleanser. That's what she's there for. Then, this is what I was talking about my one exception when the book comes out in the discreet version. I have not read Luna Mason's books in so long. The last books that I read by her was Distance, I think. Well, whatever that series is. I haven't gotten into this series yet. But I just love these discreet covers. I'm obsessed with them, and so I can't wait until the 3rd one comes out. But the 3rd book is out. I will try and do a reading vlog with these ones as well, because I do love Luna Mason. She just knows how to write men. She just truly does. I hope that doesn't fall on me. Last but not least, we have... It just fell. Crisis averted. Last book we have Nocticadia. I'm currently 14 chapters in. I think I was just going through a rut. I really don't think that it has to do with the book, because it is really interesting. It's just a lot reading into like the medical issues and stuff like that, and like I keep having to go back to the dictionary and like the vocabulary, and that's just, I just don't think that I was in that headspace. But eventually, hopefully for the month of November, I will continue to pick this up, because all I see are good things about it. and I feel like I would like it. I just have to be in the headspace to really get into it. But that's it. That's a wrap for my November reading wrap up. Compared to last month, I'm clearly a mood reader. I didn't realize it, but I am. But this month, we're going to try and go strong. We're going to try and stick to it because I'm not letting myself buy any books, because in December, we're going ham on the Christmas books, the holiday books. I'm getting in the holiday spirit because I am back home and I am back with my family, and it feels like I can have a real holiday again. I've already bought 2 holiday books so far. I've bought today, because I went to Barnes & Noble today because I was waiting to get my hair done. I bought How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I don't know. I'll put it up here. And then The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I think that's who wrote that. I have those 2, and then I have another one that's getting dropped off today by Alina Jacobs, and then some more that are not releasing until November, which means I'm going to wait until December to buy them, because this is not like, you know, a fitness ad. Like, it's not, I have to keep telling myself that these are not limited edition. Like, the books are still going to be there when I finish these books. So if I finish all of these, then I will let myself buy some more books, because I do want to go crazy with the Christmas holiday books. Like, I already have my Christmas PJs. I can't wait until Thread by Serena drops her like Christmas line. I'm just excited to be here for the holiday season. But now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to pop in my melatonin, which I should have done because I could have been getting sleepy by now. But I have to go to work tonight, so I need to go to bed because it's already 3:30, which means I'm gonna have like 4 hours of sleep before work. So love that for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If anybody's watching, because probably nobody's watching this and I'm doing it for myself, but that's fine. That's okay. I will see you guys in the next video, which for you guys, it will probably be my week of reading romance books. So I hope you guys are enjoying this book journey with me, and we're on the road to having our own library. Just wait for it. This time in 2 years, I will have my own house, and I will have a room, and it will be my library. I'm coming back to this exact clip. I will see you guys next time.
I don't wanna be alone with everybody. Okay, this is something that I'm used to.